If you have an investment mentality, then I think you would agree that what we do now can affect the future. When we look forward, don't we want to see less poverty, disease, and war? Don't we want to see more progress, prosperity, and peace? Predicting the future is difficult, but as Trekkies know, it's not impossible. Though the details are unclear, one thing is certain: there's a revolution coming. We have seen many revolutions in our lifetimes, from the rock and roll revolution to the internet revolution. But less often are the economic revolutions that happen about every fourth generation. The United States was founded on economic revolution against aristocracy, and we have had a revolution against aristocracy every fourth generation ever since. For each of these revolutions, there was a key disruptive technology that made revolution possible. The reason why solar is the key revolutionary technology of this moment in history is because it literally takes power away from the current aristocracy. Multinational fossil fuel corporations. 91% of Americans want more solar development, yet the U.S. is still subsidizing coal and oil. Subsidies are just one of the costs of coal and oil that we consumers don't see at the gas pump or on our electric bill. Before tar sands oil extraction, after tar sands oil extraction. Burning coal for electricity is the leading cause of asthma. BP paid no federal taxes in 2010, yet they received a $10 billion tax credit after showing a loss that year. This is because they were ordered to pay out $20 billion to local workers and businesses near the coast who were affected by the spill. So far, they have only paid out $6 billion to local businesses and individuals. Imagine what the solar industry could do with $10 billion. Imagine all the jobs installing panels that $10 billion would create. Imagine all the wars we would not have to fight. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Imagine all the jobs that would be created by installing electric chargers for every parking spot in America instead of installing bombs and jet airplanes. Imagine all the money that Medicare and Medicaid would save when asthma and cancer cases plummet because solar is displacing the use of coal and oil. This electric car only cost $14,000 brand new with a $7,500 federal tax credit. This Mitsubishi i-MiEV seats 4 and has a range of 80 miles. Most Americans, they drive less than 30 total miles on a typical day. Folks, this is a free car for getting around town. The fuel savings alone for this car pays for the car in 5 to 10 years. The more you use it, the faster it pays for itself. Plus, electric cars have a far lower maintenance cost than gasoline cars. You don't even have to change the oil, because there is no oil. This car is powered by sunshine. We can literally put you on the road to energy independence. This is a free high-speed charging station at Rouse's in downtown New Orleans. It will charge an electric car in just a few minutes, just enough time to do a little shopping. The cost of charging an electric car is so low, in fact, that Rouse's just considers it an advertising expense and gives it away for free in the same way that Google gives internet search services away for free. How many of you would like a free tank of gas whenever you wanted it just for driving to Rouse's? So long as Rouse's has the only high-speed charger in town, why shop anywhere else? The average Nissan Leaf owner only spends about $30 per month to fuel their car with electricity at home. The car manufacturers have stated that there is now enough demand for electric cars that the only remaining limiting factor is the lack of electric car charging stations. That's where we come in. Electric vehicle charging stations for your home or business is another revolutionary product we offer at Solar Alternatives. Providing electric charging services for your employees is like giving them a 5% raise compared to gasoline cost. Providing electric charging services for your customers creates loyalty and green PR. I know I may sound like a doomsday prepper, but imagine having the security of always having power regardless of the grid. When the grid goes down, you can run your house with the panels on your roof, the batteries in your electric car, a battery backup system, a Tesla Powerwall coming out next year, or a natural gas generator. Not only can solar alternatives help you create and store power, but they can also help you save the energy you generate with efficiency packages that include radiant barrier, duct sealing and cleaning, solar hot water, solar pool heat, which actually beats the cost of heating your pool with natural gas by so much that it has a 2-year payback, and solar attic fans that cool your attic whenever the sun is shining. Solar Alternatives was founded in 2008. They were the first solar company in New Orleans and opened their doors before the tax credits even existed. Jeff Canton is the owner and founding president of Solar Alternatives. He is an electrical engineer, so there is practically no technical issue that can't be solved by this company, so long as it conforms to the laws of physics. The company got started installing solar parking lot lights. Then Brad Pitt came to town, founded the Make It Right Foundation, and hired Jeff to put solar on donated houses in the Ninth Ward. To get funding, Jeff founded the Gulf States Renewable Energy Industry Association and pioneered the tax credit program that we enjoy today. Because of this wealth of experience, Solar Alternatives is the only solar company allowed to install in the historic district. Solar Alternatives was around before and will continue after the tax credits because, as you've seen, we are diversified enough to survive. Finally, Solar Alternatives has an A+ with the Better Business Bureau and 0 complaints. What are the best referrals for us right now? Well, unfortunately, not homeowners in Louisiana who want photovoltaic panels to save money on their electric bill. This is because the credits will be coming back in January, and most folks in Louisiana will want to wait for that. So in the meantime, we are doing some small emergency solar power systems with a small battery backup system. That'll give you normal electricity in one outlet, and that way you can run your refrigerator, a television, charge all your laptops and cell phones, and maybe a couple of lights. It's just basic minimal power, but it can be added on to later. On the other hand, homeowners in Mississippi who want photovoltaic panels to lower their electric bills are fair game because Mississippi has not had and does not plan to have solar tax credits. Also, business owners in Louisiana and Mississippi, because the federal 30% tax credit is still available, and also there is accelerated depreciation available that saves about 25%. So about half of the cost of the project would be covered. Anyone who would like emergency power, anyone who would like to beat the high cost of gasoline, and anyone who would like a more comfortable and efficient home. Imagine having no electricity bill for your home and no fuel costs for your car. Are you revolutionary enough to seek that goal? Achieving energy independence by breaking your addiction to fossil fuels is a revolutionary act. And right now, at this historic moment, we need a revolution. We need an energy system that is of, by, and for we the people, rather than multinational corporations that undermine our sovereignty and health with dastardly trade deals and pipelines. You may have noticed that the cost of solar has been falling in recent years. Please join the Department of Energy's mission to drive the cost of solar down to 6 cents per kilowatt hour by the end of this decade. That would put every other form of energy, including dirty coal, permanently out of business. The tax credits just speed up the process and keep early adopters from getting burned. And no society has ever cut its way to prosperity. Support solar subsidies. Oppose fossil fuel subsidies. The utility monopolies and fossil fuel corporations won't give up your dollars easily. Therefore, there is a revolution coming. Which side will you be on?